Welcome to this episode of José's Vintage Keys, where I'll discuss the results of a little experiment. You can also see it on the screen. I started with hardware. The second one, the strings, was hardware where I started. Then in the third and the fourth example, hardware was second. And in Stranger Things, the first take was also the hardware version. Now, over 300 people actually filled in the questionnaire within 24 hours, which I find remarkable. It's a subject people are interested in. And what I want to do in this video is hear the short clip of the hardware and then show you the results, the percentages of people that got it wrong and that got it right. So without further ado, soft brass. Let's quickly listen to it. And here are the results. 70% got it right. The blue one is version A, and that was indeed the hardware synth. Beautiful sound, the soft brass, which I have to say also sounded really nice on the plugin. Let's move to sound example number 2, the strings. Let's quickly listen to it again. And again, the results. Now, this apparently was more difficult for people. Almost 50% got it wrong. So it was 50-50 people who thought that number 1 was the real CS80 or number 2. It was actually number 1. Interesting. Here it was much more difficult to assess the difference. Let's listen to example 3, where I used the high-pass filter to add a little bit of noise to the sound. Now, I did get some comments that not always the sounds were exactly the same. Well, here I made a mistake. Actually, the Arturia was better sounding, the patch, than on the CS80 because it had more oomph to it. Well, just listen to it for yourself. And here you can see the results of the third sound example, the noise piano. Still, despite the fact that the programming wasn't optimal, 63% of people got it right. Wonderful. The fourth example, Alaska, I told you is I think the first time I heard a CS80. Here myself I had trouble getting a real strong sound from the plugin. The hardware does have much more depth and, for lack of a better, rawness and aggressiveness to it. Let's quickly listen to it and then see what you thought. It's interesting, where for me the difference was obvious. Still 37% of the people that voted got it wrong. It shows that plugins and hardware can come really close, which is fortunate for people because they can enjoy the wonderful sound of the instrument without having that idiotically expensive instrument. And again, I never paid so much money for it. I was just lucky. Experiment number 5, a little bit different. I made a recording of Stranger Things in sort of Vangelis style. And what I did in this case is replace or made an additional recording using the plugin. Quickly listen to it. So, and here are the results, and it's remarkable. Over the whole line with the 5 examples, it's always around 65% of people that get it right and people that get it wrong. So, where does this bring us, this little experiment? It wasn't scientific. I could have done it better. There wasn't any aftertouch. Maybe the sounds were a little bit too close to show the whole width of the sounds of the CS80. That's some of the comments I got, and I learned from that. The next time I'll do either the OBX or the Jupiter, I will try to have a broader array of sounds. But still, I think it was worthwhile, and I hope you enjoyed it. And now back to playing on the CS80. See you next time.